Hello, I'm Carla from Art with Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty sure that the first thing you notice is, well, what I'm wearing. It is no secret that I am a Sailor Moon fan. I'm a complete Moonie and I love everything that has to do with Sailor Moon. Hence me today wearing this beautiful t-shirt and these lovely earrings that Nora was kind enough to give me as a gift. Nora, thank you so much. You know I love them, and well, I couldn't not wear them today because, well, any day that I can talk about Sailor Moon is a good day to wear any of the things that you see me wearing today. Because today there's actually something related to Sailor Moon that I want to show you, I decided to just put all my money on. And I got this beautiful notebook that I didn't even know was possible or existed. So it was a very pleasant surprise that my husband gave me this beautiful notebook. And I want to share with you the unboxing, the emotion that you'll see me that I'll have when I open this notebook. As you can see, it's by Moleskine, so I'm sure it's gonna be a great quality notebook. And let's just try it out and see. I'm gonna be telling you my impressions of the notebook and, well, everything that I know about it now that I know it exists. And yeah, let's get to it. And again, if you remember, the very first video I published in my YouTube channel was actually a Sailor Moon and Uni-Ball theme. And well, you should just go and see it after we finish with this video, because I know you're gonna be able to see how much I've improved in these couple of years that I've been doing videos for you and with you. Let's just go ahead and open the notebook and I'll be telling you my impressions as we do. So here we are. Look at this beautiful notebook. I just wanted to share this experience with you because I know there's a lot of people that are gonna appreciate it. You can see there's Luna on the cover and there's some metallic foil. There's, of course, the tags with the brand Moleskine, letting us know there's a Sailor Moon, a limited edition in a plain notebook. Let's go to the back and see what it says. Plain notebook, 240 pages. They're acid free and the size is 13 times 21 centimeters or 5 inches times 8 1/4 of an inch. It has an expandable inner pocket, a custom interior, and the history of Moleskine inside. Okay, and we can also have some limited edition stickers with it. And then you know everything about the 25th anniversary and all that. As I open this notebook, I want us as well to look at it and see if it has any unique features. The color of the page, we won't have any lines or dots, so we won't be able to look at that regarding its darkness, which I usually do on my other notebooks. We're also gonna do a pen and marker test, and then I'll see if I can find out the price. But now let's dig in. It's just, it feels so monumental. Okay, so this is some sort of faux leather cover. It's hard. And I was telling you about the metallic foil, which is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It has the elastic band, the enclosure to close it. And we are, oh my God, this is so beautiful. In case of loss, please return to. And you can even offer them a reward. I know I would. I could never lose this notebook. Let's take a look at the tag. We have all the Sailor Scouts. letting you know which is the B side. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon paper charm, cut, fold, and glue. So you can do your own charms with this. Again, I love how they have these little details. Some people might just look at it and say like, whatever, right? But some of us, honestly, appreciate it. I do think it's beautiful. Okay, I almost missed the pink tag around here. So we're looking at the inside. Let's go back. So you can see Usagi, Serena, how are you gonna call her? I'd rather call her in her, I guess, American name, Serena. That's how I usually call her. You can see Luna there, and she's of course wearing pink. Here I got a little bit of pages with a bite. That happens sometimes when they're in the store and when they travel to get to you. You can open it flat, which is something that I certainly enjoy and appreciate. You can see that it is bounded with glue, and it's also sewn. Where is this thing? There it is. Isn't the sound satisfying? Wow. Anyway, let's go to the back. Again, with this beautiful design, almost feeling like it's like stars. I don't know, petals. The color is beautiful, and I think it helps out to make the yellow stand out. And here you have the pocket, and there's things inside the pocket, which of course the stickers and the history of Moleskine. Quality control, I don't know what this is for. The stickers, all the pens, Luna and Artemis, and the transformation lockets. Says, get on the same page as Sailor Moon for adventure, friendship, justice, and love. Fun, vibrant, and full of life between the original manga by Noko Takeuchi and the subsequent anime. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon has inspired generations of fans around the world. Moleskine celebrates the creator and the story's legacy, with the Sailor Guardians working together as they fight for justice in a world of adventure. Take heart from Sailor Moon as you use your own powers of creativity and imagination to fill each page with lunar notes. That's cute. You can even use this as a bookmark, so thank you. And well, here's the story of Moleskine, which, if you're interested, I can tell you about, but I know we're here about the notebook. It says culture, imagination, memory, travel, personal identity. And there's a lot about the history of a legend in a lot of different languages. So thank you, Moleskine, for this collab with Sailor Moon. And just so that you get a good idea of how it looks next to other notebooks I have in my logtrum. So here you can see that the logtrum is a little bit wider, but I think the Moleskine is just a tad bit taller. I mean, I have so much inside my Moleskine, inside my logtrum, that it's difficult for you to see, but it's just a little bit taller, and the logtrum is a little bit wider. They both have the enclosure elastic band. The logtrum has two ribbons that you can use as bookmarks. Of course, you won't find these in the logtrum, but you do have a place for the name and the address. And in the back of the Leuchtturm, you will find the expandable pocket, which we just saw that we also have here in this one. And I just wanted you to see the difference in the color of the paper. They look pretty much the same. Here we're gonna do later on a pen test for the new notebook, but here. So they look quite the same. Maybe the Leuchtturm's a little bit lighter. And I'll find out about the thickness of the paper. They feel about the same. I mean, nothing that substantial in terms of difference. But I just wanted to show you how one looks next to the other. Of course, this one has been well loved and used, and this one's gonna receive as much love and use as this one did. So this is so excited. Let me do a pen test and a cover for you before I do a real drawing test. So I have the grid ready. It was more challenging to do it than I thought about when I initially thought of the grid. Maybe I should have just, tried out the markers without any sort of grid. But me, because there's no lines or, grid or anything to make it work, then I had to resort to my rulers, which is usually not an issue, but apparently the last time I used them, I didn't clean them well, and now there's these marks around here that I'll just have to somehow forget they're there. So let's try out some pens on the notebook and see how well they perform. This is like a regular Enjoy pen from Papermate. I don't have yellow, so this is why I chose this golden orange pen. I wasn't expecting any sort of issues with these pens, but it's nice to see how the colors stand out. I just realized that this is a fine liner and I should have put it here, but well, you can see the difference between how they write. The fine liner is a little bit more dull, not that bright. And you can see here on the zebra, there's a little bit of reflection of the lamp because the ink is made out of probably oil, and this one's not. Also, it's a bit dried. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why it's been used, but you can see the difference between the scribbles that matter and the other fine liner that I use to make the grid, which is a Micron. Now this is the last pen I'm gonna try it out today. It's the Arteza Rollerball pen. And I'm sure you can appreciate why I've been loving this pen so much. It writes pretty smoothly, and you can see that none of them have any issues. And on the back, the paper didn't seem to be that thin, but maybe because it's plain that you can see a lot of ghosting, but no feathering so far. So let's go now with more fine liners. And here are all the fine liners. Most of them are Pigma, although you can see here that I have a Scribbles That Matter and a Prismacolor in a brush tip. And those didn't have any ghosting. The one that has ghosted so far is, as you can see, the roller ball pen from Arteza. So that's something to consider when you're gonna make a drawing or illustration. Now I am gonna go ahead and try out some gel pens. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of black here so that you can see how well those pens look with a combination of paper and dark ink, and have it on top. This is another fine liner, and as you can see, it's visible on the other side of the page, but it didn't ghost, it didn't damage the page. For some reason it mixed a little bit with the ink, and you're not able to see it on the beige page, but you can see it on top of the dark ink, which is something to consider. Sometimes I use these gel pens to help me like erase this sort of little mistakes that I do. Like you can just do something like this and you can erase it. If I were to do something like that on a mark such as this one, it might not work because it's too much and you don't have anything like to push the ink towards. But it's something that you can do as well with gel inks, besides use them for highlights and whatnot. It's different with the metallic ones because since they do have a color that's not too similar to the paper, you are able to make them stand out. So here for the gel pens, I use my Sakura Jelly Roll in white and metallic, and some Crayola Alternative glitter markers, as well as some Crayola Alternative metallic markers. I have a whole video on how these perform. I'm gonna leave the link right on top of the screen as well as on the description box. And I have to say that they did pretty well. Again, you can see it through the page, but they didn't really damage it. The one that did a little bit, you know, of some dots of ghosting was the Crayola glitter marker because of the combination with the fine liner, the Pigma graphic, because it was two inks, I guess. So just something to be aware of when you're mixing media. And now we're gonna try some markers, but I just wanna be smart and put a piece of paper on the back because I don't want pages to be damaged. A recommendation that I give you when you're doing something like this, since depending on the ink and the paper, it can happen. I don't expect any damage with the Crayola Super Tips, but it's better to be safe. You can see that I'm choosing colors that remind us of Sailor Moon. This is the Crayola double-ended marker. I wanted to try the double-ended tip together to see how well they perform on the page with a combination of colors, but mostly because I want to see what happens on the other side of the page. And then this one's the one that I know there's gonna be ghosting because it has happened in every single notebook that I use them together. but I still want to see how they perform, how well the page takes the ink of these markers. This is a Crayola multi-line, and I'm still getting the hang of how to use them. As I was anticipating, these have a lot of ghosting, although they didn't go or bleed through the next page, which is, again, something to consider. This is not ideal, at least not for me, but it happens when you're using markers. But on the bright side, it doesn't go all the way through and damage another page. So far so good. Now with permanent markers or artist markers, I am expecting some damage, but we'll see what happens. I have 3 different markers and I'm gonna try it out in this part of the page. My Ohuhu markers that I also have an unboxing video about, my Prismacolor markers that I have some tests with them, and the Sharpie marker. So let's see how well the paper takes this ink. So as you can see, the ghosting's here. There's ghosting and there's bleeding. So far there's been bleeding here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. And there's ghosting in these last 5 markers that we tried. But again, they didn't damage the other page, which can be something positive. You can see here all my tries when I try them out to see the color and whatnot. Anyway, so the paper, handles probably pencils, maybe some colored pencils, but you have to be careful with inks. Which is something good to try. I can do a colored test to see how well they perform on this page, although it doesn't have a lot of a grip, like it's not texture, so it might be easy for anyone to break the page if they're not careful enough with the pencils, if they have a heavy hand. Anyway, so let's complete the title and then we're gonna go ahead and do a beautiful cover for this new awesome notebook. Here I have the pen test finalized. I really like how the lettering came out with the pink fine liner, and then I was able to use my other gel pens. These ones are Uni-Ball Signo. Like in this case, sometimes they work a little bit better than the Sakura. But here you can see them all. And just because we're here, and why not, I just wanted you to see the differences. Could be the colors that I chose. The paper seems to bring the ink like this sort of like glow. And you can see here how they ghosted as well. So see, not much of a difference there. And the fine liners, And the pens, they didn't ghost much, and you cannot see them because of the myliner test. But here they didn't have much trouble. But the paper seems to be not thinner, but maybe it is not meant for this sort of medium. I should probably try it out with pencils and colored pencils. But now let's move to the last part of the video, which is to the cover, and that'll be it for today. So let's do the cover and wrap up this video. joining me in the unboxing of this beautiful and lovely notebook. I'm probably going to be using it for sketching or to hold my Sailor Moon sticker collection. Yeah, you heard that right. And maybe one day I'll share that with you if you're interested. So drop a comment letting me know what you thought of this video. And keep in mind that here in my channel I share with you videos about bullet journaling, different themes, different tips and tricks, and also about art and art materials and supplies, as you just saw in this video. If you're liking what you see here, consider subscribing, and also please, I love some likes and sharings. You know that I want to meet more people as wonderful as you that love everything that has to do with art, materials, bullet journaling, and of course, Sailor Moon. May you have a wonderful day, and keep creative, keep safe, and always be kind, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Please like and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time!